Last night, the city council held a public meeting where each speaker was allowed 2 minutes to weigh in on the city's proposed budget.
Where was that at?
It was at the Como Park Pavilion,
Okay.
and I went.
You did?
As
You
I
did?
said I would. I went and I
wow.
spoke.
Oh,
What?
Wow.
And I found it very enlightening. I'm trying to be as accurate as possible. Well, first of all, picture an outdoor but roofed pavilion.
Yeah.
Beautiful old pavilion
nice.
there on the lake, and there was a big wind blowing. It was gorgeous. And the city council members were were at a table on the stage above the audience.
Oh, precious.
Well, it's just the
Precious.
way the room was laid out, and there were benches that the attendees sat on, and I tried to do my best to determine. I would say 75 people. I would say
That's
not more than 100 people.
Wow.
Surprising.
There were more people walking and biking and playing with their kids and their dogs on the path around the lake than there were at this meeting.
Okay. The people at the meeting, demographics, please.
Be fully honest. You're not. This isn't a spin. What is it?
Are they pulling down 100K a year?
No.
20?
Yes.
Okay.
Not-
Renters? Homeowners?
Not a terribly young group.
Okay.
Okay.
Two of the first 5 speakers were city workers, with some justification, wishing for the city council to acknowledge their importance to the city. We plow the roads. We bring you clean water. Don't forget about our needs.
I will add in the report that I found for a meeting like this, it is flooded with city workers
Mhm.
that always attend this meeting to justify what they're currently doing.
I should preface it by saying the city council president, Amy Brenmone, gave introductory remarks and set up the evening by saying, look, we have a lot of wants and needs. Okay. So it became my turn to speak, and I merely said, do you people know something that we don't? That you can justify a 15% increase in the budget? Is anybody here getting a 15% raise? And do you realize that this is 15% that now becomes the basis line for future
for
budgets?
next.
And people that stirred the audience a bit. And then I said, you speak about wants and needs. What I didn't say is you have no obligation to fill every want and need. I didn't say that. But what I did say is the wants and needs we have are fiscal responsibility. We
Number
want
one.
some fiduciary responsibility. We want some accountability. People spend too much money. And then I was done. I
Would
could
you
have
get 2 minutes? Everybody
well,
gets 2 minutes.
I didn't even need the 2
Okay.
minutes. And then some other people talked, and I kind of just wandered out, and I found the whole thing depressing.
Yeah. Sounds off-putting.
Did anybody approach you after
Yes.
you were done? Okay. What was the feedback?
Well, let's not go there.
Oh, okay.
They were
You
nice.
jerk. Oh, they were nice about it. Okay. Not like the paper.
Anybody challenge you?
No.
Okay.
No, because he spoke the truth. What's the challenge?
One guy came up to me and he said, I want you to take a picture of something on my phone.
Hmm?
And it was I haven't looked at it yet, but I have it on my phone. And he said, I don't want to give you my name, but I want you to take a picture of these documents that I'm involved with. And it was some sort of abortion movement he was involved in.
Okay.
Anti-abortion.
All right.
And he wasn't even that much younger than me. I would say he was a middle-aged fellow. And I did take a picture of it, and I said, thank you. And I, to this hour, I don't know what that was about. But he was very secretive and very nervous and very concerned.
So he was kind of would you call him a one-issue voter?
Yes.
All right.
Based on the confusing conversation we had, in which I could not get him to make it clear what he wanted me to understand.
He may not have been there for the budget 15% increase debate.
What depresses me is there should have been 100,000 people there.
Mm-hmm.
There should have been 100,000 people. And I guess what I don't understand is, were these people who attended, what ore do they have in the water?
Was
What-
your question answered about why are these people
Oh.
continuing to get away with this?
Yeah,
There's
wait.
your answer.
Wait,
No, I didn't
The
get it
logistics of what you said. What are the
No one was
What are the
uncivil,
council
by the way.
members doing while you're?
They're sitting there.
So you don't direct. I don't know what the.
There's a
Protocol
microphone
is-
down below them, and you go up into the mic and you address your concerns, and then next.
And they listen. Oh, they don't react. Say, no, I'm sorry, sir. This is not. You don't interact with the council. You just plead your 2
Well,
minutes and.
I didn't stay long enough to know that if anybody did, I'm sure
Okay.
you could have.
Okay.
The city council was civil.
But they didn't respond directly to your.
No,
Hey, did anybody
no.
else get a? Okay.
What you should have said was started with, "Hey, dummy."
No.
No?
No.
Okay.
That's
Very
not what you
civil.
do.
Civility.
But it was a great eye opener for me. It was a great eye opener to corroborate that we do live. Now, maybe this is true the closer you get to the country's tallest buildings, but it corroborated for me that people, they're either not paying attention. By people, I mean, as you look out over Como, it's just a vast area of homes and pleasant neighborhood.
Yeah.
And
That's, I guess, what I was getting at. That not enough people are paying attention.
so either A, people don't pay attention, or B, can people possibly think they're being governed well? Can people possibly think these extraordinary increases in the city budget, what are they resulting in? What is that increase going to result in?
Right. What services are going to be increased by 15%?
And I know this is hyperbole and it's not come to fruition entirely, but the whole vibe I got was, and the city council did not say this or do this intentionally. Again, they were very civil, but the whole vibe I got is we're just closer and closer and closer to, we're serfs.
Yeah.
We're working for them.
Yeah.
And we're here to tell you we're going through the motions. We have a proposed budget increase of 15.2%, and it's in our bylaws that we have to have a public hearing about this. So here we are, and you each get your 2 minutes.
which is
Okay.
irrelevant to the end result, correct?
And the only thing that struck me that could possibly stir them, could possibly cause them to have second thoughts, would be if there were 100,000 people there.
Mm-hmm.
Why?
That's the only thing that could possibly influence them.
But would that have changed any one of their opinions?
I
Or-
would venture to yes.
You
If there
think
were
so?
100,
If there were 100
yes.
grand,
I
they
said
would
if
be-
there were 100,000 people there, that would stir them. That would,
Well,
They're sitting on the edge of their seats.
yeah.
Joe, the crowd, the comments you heard while you were there, were they pro or con against the budget? Were they in favor of this? What?
Well,
what
the
were-
first speaker was pro because she was very insistent that women not be left behind.
They're not. I think.
What does that mean?
Well, it meant that she was in favor of some educational outreach services that need to be funded on behalf of women, and that got a big applause. I think the people there were not conservative thinking, and they were.
So they just wanted a piece of the pie, basically.
You can't tell me
Yeah.
the city of St. Paul is discriminating on salaries for females
No,
versus a male.
I also got the feeling that the city council members, they probably knew most of those people.
Mm,
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
yeah.
That maybe the same, and they're good souls to show up, good souls, but nobody showed up
Why aren't there 100,000 people?
because I think I'm trying to analyze that.
Apathy.
A, we don't care.
Yep.
Or B, people somehow have themselves believing that we're well governed.
But we
What time
always-
of day was this? When did-
5:30 p.m.
I was going to
Well,
say.
Matthew made this point yesterday. Go ahead, Matt.
I was going to say. Normally, though, my point usually is we're all working, but at
Yeah.
5:30,
Well,
most
Yeah,
people can
no,
get there, huh?
no,
Am I
five
wrong?
People are
5:30,
busy.
no.
People have stuff going
Okay.
on.
I guarantee.
traffic.
Now let's
and everything's
let's
dreadful at 5:30.
now let's nip that in the bud. If there was a great awakening, if the citizens of St. Paul or Omaha or St. Louis or wherever came to the realization of how they're be governed, the last concern on your mind would be the fact that it was 5:30. That had nothing to do with it. I'm convinced that had nothing to do with
Okay.
it. When would have been a better time?
7.
Oh, you took the words out of my
I don't
mouth.
think there would have been a dime's worth of difference at 7 p.m.
Any of those people in the audience look like they have kids in hockey? You know what I mean? Because that's I
I
mean,
know exactly what you mean, and my
Yeah.
answer would be no.
Okay.
You didn't see the moms in the minivans that had to.
There might have been. I parked in the parking lot with
Just-
everybody else, and I
They
don't
just
know
came
who drove
from
what.
football practice. Now they're going to scouting,
Yeah.
and then later they have to pick up a daughter at whatever at swimming. You know what I'm saying?
That's a good point because that's what it is.
Busy
now.
parents.
That's what
yeah.
it is these days.